Okay, so every time, let me put this back somewhere. Every time I go into a new herb store, I find one that I didn't know anything about or that I didn't know existed for real, for real. So the one that I think is the most important right now, the kids just went back to school this week, and I seen a thing that said Corona going up in New York. So that means if it's going up in New York, it's gonna be going up everywhere. So one of the herbs that I found in Nashville, I know everybody's familiar with elderberry. Well, this is elderflower, and I always find books that talk about, herbs and the uses of the herb. So elder builds immunity, purifies the blood, reduces inflammation, shortens the duration of the flu, soothes the mucus membranes and skin sores. It acts as a laxative and a tonic, which means a lot of people make elderberry for this, but it can also be used as a tincture in a tea. So a lot of kids won't drink teas, but some of them will take capsules, so you can also put it in capsules. So this is elderflower, and I just so happened to walk up on some elderflower in a herb store when I was visiting Nashville a couple of months ago. So this is what it says about elder flower. So that is one of the uses of elder flowers. This book, a friend gifted it to me. She said, I knew that this would be something you could use and will use, because even when I say I don't want to do this, things like this find me. So in the book, it tells you how to make tinctures, how to make teas, how to make smoke blends. You don't always have to smoke the devil's lettuce, as they call it, but you can also smoke herbs. There are herbs to smoke. Mullein. I got some mullein around here somewhere. My daughter and I suffer from really bad allergies, her more than I do, or vice versa. So I made up a allergy blend that does have the elderflower in, along with some other things that's good for allergies, and I put them in capsules. And the capsules are upstairs, but the jar is sealed, just a mason jar with some herbs in here for allergies. So I also have been looking up Canadula. Let me see which book it's in. That's how I do. I go from one book to the other book to another book to another book to another book. But they all have been very, very informative and very educational. Of course, all the herbs have multi-uses in them. Let's see. So this is my little book of recipes and mixtures of the different herbs that I have come across and have purchased. So this is good for to regulate your menstrual cycle, reduces excess bleeding, boosts immune system, detoxifies the body. It's good for muscle spasm, improves sinus infections. It helps reduces bloating, water retention. It is good for sometimes when you have a baby, you push too hard, you tear. So it's good for a tear. It eases muscle tension and fatigue. It's anti-inflammatory, antifungal, antioxidant, antimicrobial. It's good for heart disease, fights cancer, and it's good for menopause symptoms. and it says that it's good for PMS and pelvic congestion. I have endometriosis, and so what I decided to do, because our auntie Barbara said that castor oil fixes a whole lot of stuff. So what I did was I mixed some of the calendula and castor oil, and I made it into like a oil for pains. It's good for bruises. My daughter has a friend that suffers really bad from eczema, and I don't wish that kind of insecurity on anybody. And I know when my kids were little, and even me, they say if you have asthma, along with asthma comes eczema. And sometimes the eczema outbreaks can be really, really bad, and it can make kids insecure. So I haven't yet tried it on eczema or used it for cosmetics, but I do use it. I have a small cyst in my right breast, and I want to try to see if I can get this to dissolve it. And I will say, in the couple of months that I've been using it, it has gotten smaller. I wouldn't go on record saying, yes, this works to remove cysts, but I'm going to keep using it, because what harm can it do? It's castor oil, and it's a herb. So, this has been sitting since June the 28th. I normally like to go 6 to 8 weeks, so I won't bottle this one up yet. I'm going to keep it. And the first thing I probably do, I do have some that I use on a daily basis on myself, and I sent some to my daughter's friend so her mom can try it on the eczema. Just in a small amount, just apply just a little bit, 2 or 3 times a day to see if it works. If it doesn't work, the worst thing it can do is moisturize her skin. But I do know with eczema, you don't want to clog up the pores, and you don't want to always be using hydrocortisone or a steroid, because at one point the body's going to get used to the steroid, and it's going to cause scarring, because the eczema itches, and when you scratch it, of course it causes scarring. The scarring is going to be something that may or may not cause insecurities later. So this is calendula mixed with castor oil. I'll probably wait another week or 2 before I'll strain it and bottle it up. But I did scabs, it relieves ulcers, congestion, menstrual regulator. It does reduce excess bleeding. So if I'm on my cycle, I will rub this across my whole abdomen and my back too, because I do get backache. It's good for muscle spasm. It improves sinus infections. It boosts the immune system. It normalizes the cycle, because calendula can be taken by mouth because it's just a herb. You can buy it from an herbal store. It fights cancer, heart disease. It's anti-inflammatory, antifungal, antioxidant. Ease muscle tension and fatigue. It's good for the liver. It's good for PCOS and menopausal dryness. I do have it in a formula where you can drink it for PMS syndromes, and also easing your cycle and help normalize your cycle. I have read that it can be mixed with chamomile and smoked or burned in the house to clear the energy, stagnation, and things like that. So all of the herbs have more than one purpose. They're multi-purpose. And that goes back to the elderflower that I had. That is good right now for the kids going back to school. It's good for allergies. Elderberry, people use it for different things. This is the allergy blend that I made up to put into capsules for me and my daughter. It can be drunk as a tea because it's all herbal, but it's hard to get a kid to like tea, to drink tea. So I put it in capsules, and I've been taking the capsules. I've noticed that when I have been taking the capsules, I wake up a little cloggy. So in the morning, I take 2, an allergy pill and another one to help. But so I'm not sure I went to school for writing, media, hair, and because I know hair, I was able to create a hair growth oil that you just apply, rub it into your scalp. I do it twice a day, especially out of the shower. I feel like your pores are open. You can put it on, dab it on the spots where you're having problems, and just rub it in. And I have sold quite a few of these. A lot of people have found really good results on it, especially my kids. They were the first guinea pigs. The three of my kids and I, and even their father had a little spot, and we decided to, during Corona, I made this up to use. Another herb that I made, or herbal concoction that I made, is a pain oil. And there's nothing but herbs in it. I sometimes like to rub it into my knee. I get knee pain. I don't know why. Once you get a certain age, you can tell when it's raining by the knees. So I posted a video where I was at a pop-up shop, and there's a lady that I've known for years. She is a line dance instructor, and she has knee problems. She had a knee brace on. I asked her to take the knee brace off and let me rub some of the oil on, and she was able to bend it and get more movement out of it. So I do know that this works. I especially use it on the days when I know my cycle is coming, because I can feel it in my back. So if I can rub my back down in this and get it, I can get some relief for a couple of hours. I'll hold my stress here in my shoulders, so I'll also rub some of this on. But it's all herbal, so it can be used. Nobody has called me all day long until I got on live. Another one of my favorites has been Finna Geek. Let me see if I can pull out my notes on the benefits. I got everything wrote everywhere, because when I take on a project, I take it on and I dive deep. And that's what I did with the herbs. I find a new one and I go deep into it to make sure that not only am I using it correctly, but I can inform the people that I know need it. And Finna Geek has many benefits. Where did we write it at? I need a better system. I guess. Let's see what we wrote it in. But I do know that this is good for nursing moms. It does help improve lactation. To my breastfeeding moms out there, this is good for that. It is also good for your cycle as well. One of the reasons why I decided to get into this was because of the endometriosis, the adenomyosis, the fibroids that not only am I suffering from, but a lot of women are suffering in silence with. Good. Okay, it minimizes menopause. It promotes lactation meaning milk. Decreases menstrual pain, lowers cholesterol, fights diabetes, and it increases sex drive, inflammation, and it improves your blood sugar. But you can also mix it with something to help with gout and swelling. I also believe that if you cut out some of the things that you eat, you start eating better, that you can get rid of gout and things like that. So just my more recent trip to the herb store. And I'm always finding these stores by like accident. And that's why I feel like God is like, this is what you should be doing, because you was over here getting food, how you end up over here in the herb store? And I have no idea. But I know that when I go in there, I find something that is needed. This is papaya leaves. And it tells you on the back the benefits of the papaya leaves, and you can use it as a herbal tea. It lowers blood sugar, supports the digestion, reduces inflammation, promotes hair growth. Look at that. Promotes hair growth. It improves skin health, aids in liver health, and it boosts the immune system. So not just papayas, the fruit is good for you, but the leaves are good for you as well. So I've worked with neem oil, but never neem tree leaves. I've never had the leaves before, but I was thinking if the oil is good, which is one of the things that's in the hair oil, the leaves have to be just as beneficial. So on the package, it says they're vitamin and antioxidant rich. They remove toxins, enhance the immune system, boost skin and hair health, lowers blood sugar, aids in digestion, and lowers the blood pressure. I also too suffer, which a lot of African Americans suffer from high blood pressure. But what if we can just drink teas and not have to take medication? This is so underrated. Valerian root. It's good for sleeping. It helps you relax. It's really good at helping you to relax. And let's see where I wrote the benefits of the valerian. But it is good for anxiety and relaxation. Let me always, first and foremost, say consult your physician before adding any type of herbs, vitamins, or anything to your diet. Always consult a physician. Never just go off the word of somebody that is just not yourself. You know, you listen to your physician, then you trust your first mind, and then you decide yourself what's good for you and your health. Valerian is not in here right now, but let me go to I have really been sleeping on my craft for so long, and it's pitiful. I have a box full of herbs that I have done absolutely nothing with, and it is really sad. Let me put my valerian over there because I need my valerian for later. Dry lemongrass. I've used this in hibiscus to make a tea, but let me tell you the benefits of the lemongrass. It reduces stress and anxiety. It relaxes muscles and soothes pains. It helps menstrual cramping, treats respiratory disorder, and it has been said that it can help fight cancer, skin cancer. It's good for hot flashes, bloating, and it also consists of vitamin B6, vitamin A, vitamin C, magnesium, potassium, calcium, zinc, copper, iron, and a lot of women, especially black women, with heavy cycles, endometriosis, fibroids, and things like that, we lack iron. We're low on iron, so that's a plus right there. So, and it also says that lemongrass improves anemia. And it helps with insomnia. It says better sleep, sedative, calms overworking nerves and muscles. It is also said, which I haven't used it yet, but it's good for ringworms, UTIs, sores, scabies. It's antimicrobial. It's antifungal. It treats vaginal and or candidiasis, which is like yeast infection. It boosts immune system and it produces energy while eliminating obesity. And when I first started, the only things that I had was treating digestive tract. It soothes in stomach aches, high blood pressure, convulsions, pain, achy joints, cold, fevers, anti-inflammatory. And it's also said that it repels snakes. And I will say that I did sprinkle a little bit in the yard to help combat snakes because I am afraid of snakes. So that was lemongrass. Let's see what the next one gonna be. Let's see what's over there. I came to the allergy. So let's go back here. In here is goldenrod, mullein leaf, nettle. Do they have some nettle leaf to show? Nettle, horehound, elderberry flower, dried bitter melon, thyme, bearberry, kumquat, rosemary, dried lemons, and a couple of more things. But this is for allergies. If you live in the valley, down in the valley like we do, you will understand why that is needed. And where's the horehound? I had some horehound. But we can go to the burdock root, as I just... but the burdock root is definitely one of the things that I highly recommend for regulating your cycle. It is one of the things that if you are having heavy cycles or anything like that, burdock root is highly, highly recommended. Not just by myself, but I've seen several other herbalists using burdock root. So burdock root is a prebiotic. It helps with fiber. It's a blood purifier, diuretic. It says it slows breast tumor growth. There is not a FDA approved where it said it is, but it's a herb. It comes from the ground. It can't hurt. It reduces chronic inflammation, and it is lymphatic system strengthener. It helps with arthritis, pain, supports detox, and is an antioxidant. So, I do have a warning on here, though, that it's not for pregnant or nursing mothers. So, that should be a precaution for you. But it comes from God. It's an herb. It's not that kind of herb, but you can't go wrong with something from nature. So, this is burdock root. I have mugwort around here somewhere. It's probably somewhere in this here box full of herbs. This is the Canadula that I used with castor oil to make as a rub. and you can see the date on it. I usually go 6 to 8 weeks, and so this will be strained and bottled up. It's for pain, it's for muscle relaxation. There is so many benefits to it, as it can also be used internally. It's an edible herb, and that's Calendula, which is also marigold. It says ideal in infusion as an aromatic beverage and traditional botanical applications. So it can be drunk, it can be smoked, it can be used as a tincture, and I'm using it as a oil. And mugwort. Mugwort can be smoked if that's what you choose. But the benefits of mugwort: boosts energy, constipation, and cramps. It helps a weak digestive system. It eases menstrual pain, reduces anxiety and depression, promotes dream retention. I know lately I haven't been able to recall much of what I've been dreaming about. It aids in weight loss. It strengthens the immune system. It detoxifies. It fights fatigue. But there is also a warning that it might cause miscarriage. So if you are pregnant, think you're pregnant, trying to get pregnant, stay away from mugwort. It's anti-epileptic. It's a diuretic, and you can also use it to smudge like sage. So that is mugwort. And unfortunately, I have no idea where it is at the moment, but that's mugwort. Let's see. As I know mugwort was in here. So let's see what she has as the benefits to mugwort. Did I do Whorehound? Because in this book that was gifted to me, the Whorehound alleviates coughs, congestion, wheezing, and difficulty breathing, and stimulates the digestion. So it's good for those things too. Mugwort is not in here. Maybe it's somewhere else. This is an amazing book, by the way. It was gifted to me, and it's been very helpful amongst my studying. Let's see what this is. This one about mugwort. It says more about the dreaming. And this one, mugwort. I bought this book at a store in Nashville last month. So those are some of the more recent ones that I have acquired, but they can be mixed up. They can be mixed up in different ways. Some of my most popular ones a mother's blend. This is for the heart. All of these are good for the heart. I also have some that's good for the uterus. When you are having issues with, they're already in bags, tea bags, so you don't have to worry. This is loose tea. I know a lot of people really don't care for loose tea. They're like, there's too much trouble, make it simpler. And there you go, in the bag. I have one that is created exclusively for the cycle. They're in bags too. Blow. And I noticed that from the last couple of months of drinking the teas, I have shortened the days in which I actually bleed. So I went from 7 days to 6 days, and now I'm down to 4 days. So that's a relief all in itself, which I thought my iron was low because I eat ice all the time. Like I always eat ice. And so I thought my iron was low. Went to the doctor and had my levels checked, and my iron isn't low. And I attribute my iron not being low to the herbs that I've been ingesting just in the last couple of months, because I've always had an issue with low iron. I'm always cold, always eating ice. My hands and feet are always cold. But through the herbs, through the books, the studying, the research that I'm doing, I've improved my cycle and I've improved my iron levels. So you can't go wrong with it. So if you have any questions, hit me up. I have been trying to add the herbs to the site. I've been lazy. Life been lifing. But even when I don't look like I'm doing something, I'm walking into stores and herbs are jumping out like, hey, you need me. Hey, we work. Hey, you wasn't supposed to be over here, but these are going to help. And they have helped. And if I can help anybody else, then that's what I'm here to do. So hit me up if you have endometriosis, fibroids, allergies, or if you need something that is, I have a hair growth oil, I have a pain oil, I have individual herbs such as valerian, calendula. I have books and books of herbs. Papaya leaves, I got soursop leaves, I got hibiscus, Jamaican hibiscus, guava leaves, linden flower, orange leaves. Like I have such a big variety of herbs that I didn't even know I had. I have a box of herbs that I have been buying over the last few months that I have done nothing with. So those are the first herbs that I need to get bagged up and sold. And so I'll come back a little later and show you me bagging them up and give you the opportunity to ask questions to see if any of these herbs will work for you. So, bye.